Let's go to see the stars and the moon. I'd fly far into space as long as I am with you. The light in my bright eyes when you're near. The fluttering I feel in my chest when you are here. I can't explain this kind of love. It pulls me to you, I want it, I can't get enough. So share this precious life with me. Just take my hand and let's enjoy the things that we'll see. Let's go to see the stars and the moon. I'd fly far into space as long as I am with you. The light in my bright eyes when you're near. The fluttering I feel in my chest when you are here. I can't explain this kind of love. It pulls me to you, I want it, I can't get enough. So share this precious life with me. Just take my hand and let's enjoy the things that we'll see.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2018 OS Taiko World Cup group stage. I am Carter Freak, and I'm joined here with Azer. How are you doing today?
Pretty good, man. Excited to see some really good games today. Australia versus Chile. It's going to be the first one.
Really excited for this match myself. This is actually kind of a bit of a grudge match between these two countries here. Australia having had Chile be a thorn in their side for the last couple of years, being knocked out last year by Chile. Should be a very interesting match as these teams are quite strong. Australia, as we know, has players such as Jai, Aloda, Rango, Syria, and Remy. Most likely going to be seeing a lot of Jai and Aloda and Rango. On the side of Chile, we have Alqui, Ailpat, Home, Nyan QT, and Kazu. Very likely going to see a lot of Alqui, and I would assume Ailpat and Palm for the second player. Should be interesting to see which team comes out on top here. I'm really rooting for Australia this time because I'd like to see them get farther than they have the last couple of years. So I'm going to make a bold prediction. I'm going to say we're going to get a 4-1 for Australia. What do you think, Azer?
Yeah, that sounds about right too. I think Australia just has a little bit of an edge on their roster this year.
Yeah, I think people have gotten a lot better in the last year. There used to be like a problem with the team where there was just with the old tournament format being 3v3, there was always a problem of there not being a strong enough third player to match other teams. But with it being 2v2, player skill is kind of a lot closer. Not as much of a gap as there would normally be.
I actually imagine that changes a lot of the strategies that players utilize this tournament too, because you don't need to have as much of a stacked roster.
Yeah, you really don't.
Two players that really specialize in something. It's a lot easier to just utilize that and take some W's.
Yeah, when you can just really like have two people that are really stacked and not have to worry about having three people, like just that third person makes a huge difference. More than what a lot of people may realize. Also, This is a great warm-up. So this was actually played last year in the finals. For anyone that doesn't know or remember, this is a very low slider velocity map. Pretty gimmicky too, has some hyperspeed sections. A lot of 1-4 and 1-6 snappings. Quite a difficult warm-up actually.
And a great song.
Can't deny that.
Top tier song.
Pretty much anything in Jubi is great.
Yeah.
What are we all doing playing this Taiko game? We could all be playing Jubi.
Yeah, let's all move to Japan.
Hey man, if I could move to Japan, I'd probably be playing the actual Taiko, not Tatsujin. Yeah, I'd become like drummer god.
Have you ever played it before?
I would like to. No, I have not.
Yeah.
That is my confession, being a top 100 Taiko player.
Considered buying a Tatacama myself just to play, because I feel like the gameplay is a lot different than just playing with a keyboard, you know?
Yeah, I tried to set up a thing with MIDI drum set to play on it, but I unfortunately couldn't get it to work, so couldn't mess around with that. Anyway, we're getting into the first one up here, Dopamine. So as you're going to see, this starts off relatively simple, like no really gimmicky SD stuff at the start, but then it gets pretty intense.
Are you expecting anyone to take a mod on this or no?
Oh no! No one will take a mod on this. You'll see why very shortly. So you're gonna see like there's some slider velocity changes here that are happening. Nothing too intense yet, but it's about to get a lot worse. Also, Ninja Cat out of nowhere. All right, are you ready for this? We're gonna have a series of hyperspeed notes followed by the slow section.
Oh god. All right. Taiko for ants.
Like I said, this was a finals pick last year. Very, very difficult map. if that looks clustered to read, it's because it is. It's very, very difficult slow section to read. A lot of players have to pretty much practice that religiously to be able to full combo it.
Yeah, that looks like a lot of memory. I mean, if you have players this good with like 90% accuracy on this, must be really hard.
On top of that, it's like if you miss one note, you're just going to pretty much keep missing on a map like this.
Yeah.
Only one player actually getting the pass there. Jai being the true hero of the match. 61 misses, though. Just goes to show how hard that is. I wonder what we're going to get for the second warm-up here. I think we're going to get something just as insane as that.
I'll always secretly hope they're gonna pick kata maps. My absolute favorite.
I would like to see more Tata maps, but unfortunately, like, so many of them don't work on Score V2.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He's just so creative. I don't know how he does it.
He makes some really, really good maps. Alright, so it looks like the next warm-up is going to be Adrian. Or, how do you actually say that? Ariadne? I don't even know.
Ariadne, probably, yeah. Fairly high BPM song, too.
This is a map I do not know, so I can't really give too much comment on this one.
Yeah, me too. I've never seen this before, but I haven't heard this song. I'm assuming this is going to be more of an alternating pick. Just based on how fast it's going.
Sounds like it's got some slow sections to it too, but it's probably going to have a couple of high BPM 1/4 streams.
I guess we'll see.
Definitely doesn't sound like it'll be as hard as Sandism was. Good old dopamine. So what we have on Chile's side right now, the two players, Alqui and Alpat, I think we're going to see both of them a lot in this match. Or at the very least, we're definitely going to see a lot of Alqui. One of the strongest players on the Chile team. And
Would you expect Chile to go for hidden picks then?
I would assume so, yes. A lot of their players are very good at hidden maps. Alpat and Alqui are both very, very good at that stuff. On the off chance that we end up getting Hard Rock or Double Time, we may end up seeing Tom being played as well. Right now, just waiting for players to sort out their colors. What can Alpat say? He's just a blue fan. Fighting the system, doesn't want to be red. Almost would have had enough time to go and check the map out before it started, huh?
Yeah. Well, it looks like they're going to be doing that for us. Actually playing it.
Or at least 3 of the 4 players are. Loda not loading too well here. You could say that they're having a load of problems.
Oh my god.
That one's for you, deadbeat.
There he goes. Running hidden on this one.
Alright, finally getting started here.
Loda seemingly going with the strategy of not playing.
Very, very good strategy, if I do say so myself. Best way to get all the points.
Maybe he's doing what we were discussing earlier. some of the strategies these countries come up with. Taiwan last year, just especially putting in some of their suboptimal players just not to reveal how good they are, the strategies and all that. Maybe that's what Aloda's doing.
I think
He's trying to hide his hidden skills.
the mind has been changed. He decided to play.
Maybe he's trying to give himself a handicap or something.
Possibly. So, despite the early not playing from Aloda is actually one of Australia's strong hidden players, so good chance we will see Aloda being played here, especially if Chile does go for hidden picks. I think the team matchups that we'll often see on any kind of hidden map, be it free mod hidden or just regular hidden, we will probably see Aloda and Jai versus Alpat and Elkwi. All the people that are complaining about the audio saying when it was played, it used to be so much worse. It's actually better than it was before. Ultimately though, showing everybody what's up, holding that above 99% accuracy. Not having any trouble with these streams. I think you might be right here, Azer, about a lot of strats just pretending to be bad, having a bad day.
Oh, other than the fact that he didn't play for the first part of the map, he seems to have recovered. Solid 79% on his way right now.
Chile won't know what hit him. They're gonna look at this and be like, dang, we're totally ready to play the hidden maps. And then Aloda's gonna be like, surprise, it was a trap. Wait, is that actually true, Magno? Missing game use? I didn't know that. I didn't know missing game use score in old V2. What?
Yeah.
There was a bug that did that? Wow, I did not know that. Today I learned old score V2 was incredibly busted. Who knew? Alright, and that is the second warm-up. So now the question is, what are the bans going to be?
Yeah, well, just based on what teams have been banning so far, it's probably either going to be Entrance, Helix, or Day After, seeing as those have been very, very common bans. We haven't actually seen Entrance being played, though. I would really like to see that.
I would like to see Entrance as well. I don't really want to see Day After, because Day After is kind of boring.
Yeah.
But it seems like a lot of players don't either, considering how often it's been getting banned, or just flat out not played. Alright, so the first ban will be from Australia. Or, sorry, the first ban will actually be from Chile. First pick will be Australia. So I'm expecting a lot of no mod, double time, and hidden from these teams. I don't think we'll see much hard rock. Or if we do see hard rock, it'll be picked from Australia. So I want to say that Chile is going to look at banning hard rock.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's pretty likely that they ban Cinderella right now.
So those choices for hard rock would be Helix and Cinderella Syndrome. If they're worried about the longer maps, then Cinderella Syndrome probably the better choice. if they are worried about their accuracy, then Helix would be the better choice, even though it is quite a bit shorter.
I was thinking how accurate Oakley was on that map. I don't think he has any issues on playing Helix, really. It is one of the higher OD maps in the pool.
Yeah, OD 8.4 is nothing to scoff at. Pretty tricky to manage to keep that 100 count pretty low.
Looks like they're gonna ban Encounter though.
Alright, so they decided to target the free mod pool.
That is a fresh ban. Hasn't actually been banned so far the entirety of the group stages. Kind of a shame. I really like that song.
Yeah, me too.
Good old
Nekomata
Master.
And Australia is actually taking an interesting choice. They're banning out an easy map here. They're banning out Ginga Tetsudo no Penguin. So it's actually one of the easiest maps in the entire map pool. But they might feel that Chile wants to go for the easier picks.
Yeah, they just might not be confident in their accuracy right now, too. It does mean that there is... all of the hidden Hard Rock and Double Time maps are open to play, so...
And it looks like we are already going right into the Double Time pool. Australia not afraid in the slightest to pick up the speed.
Yeah, this map is it's quite fast actually for at least in my opinion for a group stage pool. This is pretty fast, clocking in at 252 BPM. It's also really short though.
The one nice thing about this map is that it doesn't really have like very much. I don't think it actually has any 1/6. I think it's mostly just 1/4 snap.
Looks like
So,
it, yeah.
For the most part, players that are good at like just maintaining speed won't have too much issue with this map. The only thing that may cause issues is that Double Time makes accuracy significantly harder, actually harder than Hard Rock makes it. So the OD is around 8.3. A little bit of a shaky start from Rango and Jai there. This map isn't very long. This is only 1 minute and 3 seconds. So there is not much time for players to rack up the score. So any little mistake really does count. And right now, Chile is just destroying it. 100% for both Alapat and Poem.
Already 2/3 in the map too. This gonna need something to happen from Chile for the score lead to swing here, but they're looking really strong. Palm breaking his SS though, but still got pretty solid lead.
Yeah, I think right now, Australia actually needs a miss to make up for the accuracy drop that Jai had. Jai just dropped way too much in accuracy. And I just don't see it happening. There's just not enough of the map left.
Oh, wow. Alapat with a really solid SS there. What a great way to open the match for them, actually. This is really well done.
Yeah, Chile winning on Australia's pick is really, really good. Australia just got bamboozled there. They thought they had the Double Time on lockdown, and they most certainly did not. Easy point there for Chile. A double S, though, from Alpat. Very impressive accuracy. We'll have to see what Chile decides to pick here to maintain that lead. Both of these teams really want this win too. Just there's that little bit of a grudge between the two teams. Australia really wants to beat Chile so they can move on. They don't want the repeat of last year.
It's also just a fairly grudges aside. This is a pretty important match to win for either of these teams, really. Both of them being the top 2 seeded teams in their group. whoever wins this match and beats the other team gets to be the first seed of the group, and so they'll have a much easier time next round.
Yeah, it helps out, especially with that first bracket match. After that, it's anyone's game though, because you can get placed against a monster team right after that. That's the one thing that is really scary about the bracket stage is if you don't perform well and you get placed into the mid-seed section from group stage, you can end up playing against Japan right away. And then you're just like, well, let's enjoy the loser stage run, guys. Or loser bracket run.
Alright, Shiawase. Very interesting map. Probably going to see Kazu from Chile here.
Now, what's interesting about this is that Chile should know that Australia can do this because Australia played this before and did quite well. With pretty good accuracy, too. So picking this against Australia is... you have to be pretty confident.
Well, after that first map, I think they are.
Yeah, I mean, winning on Australia's pick, you gotta be pretty feeling confident after that.
I really like this map. It's very impressive for people who don't usually watch Taiko or watching it for the first time. I think this is it's a great welcome to the possibilities the game mode has to offer. This is a fantastic map.
For anyone that has never played Taiko and sees this for the first time, they're just like, wait, where's the notes at? So, just for anyone that is just tuning in and hadn't caught any of the matches prior, this map has two different gimmicks that are employed in it. One of which is 0 BPM, where the notes that you have to hit are stacked on top of the hit area. So that means that you have to follow a 1-1 snap hitting these notes without actually seeing them except for on the hit area. And then the second gimmick that ends up happening is Abekobe, which is basically the reverse of the last pattern that you saw. So if you see a DDK, the next pattern you will see will be a KKD. And it'll alternate between a slow slider velocity pattern that is immediately followed by the opposite at high slider velocity. And can trip up some players if they're not used to reading it.
Actually, I think this is a really good pick for Chile here. Just going off of the results off of both of these teams' matches against Finland. Chile did significantly better, namely Elpat getting FC on that with only 100.
Just that moment while you're waiting for all the notes to get there, it's so tense. I can't wait any longer. So on a map like this, considering it's only OD5, so the hit window is fairly forgiving, it's really, really important that people don't miss. And already we got a miss from Kazu.
No.
And Alpat as well.
Oh boy. And maybe this pick is backfiring a little bit for them.
This is just such a nerve-wracking map to play in a tournament stage because you really the last part of the song you pretty much have to memorize, and everything before that is a reading challenge. And if your reading is even slightly off, you're gonna miss.
Ooh. Alright, Chile just got a chance to claw their way back on this map. They're getting 2 misses.
Yeah, they just pulled ahead and score there as the second miss came from Jai. You can definitely tell there's some nerves going on here a little bit.
For sure.
We got a miss from Alota as well. Everybody's missed now. No full combos this time around. the wonderful thing about this map is that it's not decided until the very end.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Chile has a pretty good point lead here, but yeah, it's all going to come down to the ending. We've seen pretty much everyone miss because of the nerfs so far already, so we won't know what happens at the end here. And there goes Kazu with a little miss here.
Post live calling me out. Alright, so here's the Abbot Kobe section.
I've been doing a pretty good job so far. There's not much map left here. It looks like Chile might run away with this one.
This is pretty much the hardest section of the map. This part and the part at the very end. Australia did claw back a couple points there as Kazu did miss. You got a miss from a load on the 1-6 there though. Those 1-6 monos might be slow, but when you're nervous. And here's the memory section. It looks like every player has this completely down pat. And just like that, Chile 2-0 on Australia. It looks like we might have a repeat of last year.
Wow.
Australia is going to have to kick it up a notch here if they really want to get some points on the board. It is their pick, however, so they have the opportunity to get that point back. And it looks like they are quite prepared on their next pick, immediately jumping to Helix and swapping their players around. So Rango's going to be coming in now.
I'm not sure if, just judging off of both teams' accuracies so far, this being mostly an accuracy-based pick, not sure if this is going to be the best pick in Australia for Australia's favor here. Chile's been really on point with their accuracy, so I feel like this is quite a big risk.
If I was Australia, I would honestly be going for some mod picks, but they know their team better than we do.
That's for sure, yeah.
I do feel like they do have the accuracy to beat Chile if they can just stop being like. It really just seems like they're struggling with nerves right now. Because I know Jai has really, really good accuracy on all these maps, and he hasn't really been meeting that standard.
Yeah, maybe now that the initial nerves are going away, or maybe already completely gone away, they'll have a better time with their accuracies here. But honestly hope so. So this match can be a little longer. I'd like this to be really close.
I'd like to see this go to the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Let it truly be decided which country is stronger once and for all. Right now, just a very, very, very slight lead for Chile.
Actually, I think both teams are tied. Never mind. Palm just
Never mind. That miss from Palm.
Yeah, both teams are tied until that miss. Both Jay and Alpha mirroring each other in accuracy.
There was a miss from Jai as well, but the accuracy on Australia's side is doing a lot better than Chile's side right now. Despite that miss, still being at 99.5% for Jai. Rango working his way back up to 99% right now. Alpat following. Palm the only player below 99% right now. think the biggest test of accuracy here is hitting the 1/8 doublets accurately, which is where we'll see probably a lot of the 100s come in, especially with the adjusting slider velocity.
Yeah, this is starting to be very close. Any hundreds could really swing the tide.
I think there needs to be at least one miss from Australia right now for Chile to catch up.
Well, Palm just got a bunch of hundreds right there. Australia a little bit better of a lead right there.
And there's just not enough of the map left for Chile to take this point. So this will be the first point for Australia finally getting on the board. The only full combos being from Alpat and Rango. But look at that accuracy from Jai.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Might as well be 5 100s. With you just move that miss over to the hundreds, and that's still an insanely good. He didn't miss. He just did what every taiko player does. You know, that one miss that doesn't actually count. The one miss curse. All right, but now Australia has to take a point from Chile on their pick. Because if they don't, they're brought to match point. They have to win on at least one of their picks. And Australia would probably prefer to win all 3 of their next matches so that they don't have to go to a tiebreaker. But that might be a little tough.
I'd like to see Chile picking some of the nomads here. During their match versus Finland, they've done very good, particularly on going under and collapse.
I actually think going under would be a really good pick. We might end up seeing some hidden though.
It's true. Still hasn't been picked by either team. Both the hidden maps still open.
Maybe we'll finally get entrance.
Yeah.
Gotta have some 1-3 snaps with OD7. Always fun. I do think with the players that Chile has, Hidden is a very good choice. But if they don't go for Hidden, then I would definitely go for the Nomad, because I don't think they really win on Hard Rock. As evidence from the last match. Or last map, sorry.
There's going under. Sounds like we were right.
So I know Jai is really good on this. I don't know how good Aloda is on this. This isn't an incredibly difficult map, but it's definitely a reading challenge. You have to be good at reading slow slider velocity. It's not on the level of, say, Dopamine that we were watching them do in the warm-up earlier, but it's still hard. But if you're consistent at reading low SV, then this is a pretty consistent map.
I wonder if we're going to see Yan QT here for Chile, seeing as he played last time. Did fairly well as well. Nope, looks like Kazu's going to play this one. So changing up the rosters a little bit.
And this is the most nerve-wracking part of the song right here. Getting this first note without getting 100. Every single player is just praying they don't get 100 right there. And unfortunately, both players from Australia got the 100 on the first note.
All right, map's over. Chile wins. Ooh. Really miss from Aloda here.
Aloda is actually really struggling with accuracy here. Below 97% is not looking too great.
Understandably so. This scroll is so slow. It's really impressive to be able to be accurate on this.
I think this is like a really oral map too. You have to be able to read it well and orally listen to it.
Yeah.
All players have dropped their double S's. Jai managing to keep up with Alpat though.
Yeah,
Right
there's
now,
still a pretty sizable accuracy lead from Chile though, considering Aloda is sitting in the 97s.
Let's see if anybody misses after the slider. Everyone's holding on strong. Yeah, it looks like this might be over because there's really not a whole lot left of this map. There's no like really slow stuff left after this. Unfortunately, just that rough start for Aloda. Alpat and Kazu just holding on strong. And with that last finisher, that is the 3rd point for Chile. Australia in trouble here. They need to win 2 more maps. They have to win on their pick next, and they have to win on Chile's final pick just to bring it to tiebreaker. I still have faith they can do it. They're definitely a strong enough team that they can manage it. It's just really, it seems like they're just really nervous right now. Well, Chile has been playing really, really good too. Like Alpat with 2 100s, Kazu with 6 100s. Even if Aloda hadn't have missed there, it's just the accuracy difference was so major. All right, and it looks like we are going for the Nomad Caramel Custard. Curse you, Australia, for making me feel hungry again.
Yeah, a lot of teams like this map's actually the most picked so far.
It's a good map too. It's got a lot of different snappings. You know, 1-4, 1-6, 1-3, low BPM. It's very accuracy-based pick. And I think it's got the most tactical 1-6 in the map pool as well. Some of the longer ones. Have to see if the 1-6 in this map will cause any issues for Chile, or if it'll backfire in Australia's face. Looks like the encounter ban was actually a very strong ban from Chile. Jai displeased. It's like, why did you ban encounter? Why would you do this to me?
They did their research. Seems like it's paying off. Just need 1 more win. I think Chile really have to be proud of themselves, at least so far. I think they're definitely exceeding expectations.
For sure.
And I think for their sake, they really want to win this pick. While Australia seems to be a little bit shaky and nervous.
And again, we have a little bit of a weak start from Jai. Players on the Australia side really seem to be struggling with the initial start of songs. Scores are very close, however. Rango currently the only player still holding that double S.
Yeah, the score is actually so close right now. It's within 100 difference, but Kazu actually misses kind of gives Australia a little bit of a lead there. Can lay back on the accuracy a little bit, but Rango
no, but
actually missing as well. Oh no.
What a way to lose the double S.
Yeah, that
The
being
score-
said, he did miss, but his accuracy is still being absolutely outstanding right now. The highest on the board.
Yeah, even despite the miss. But at this point, Jai cannot miss. He has to hold that full combo in order to get that combo bonus. If he misses and Alpat holds combo, then it's all over.
Or even just an accuracy drop here could actually swing the lead in Chile's
It's
favor.
so
And it actually does. Chile
It's
might be
so
looking to get the match point here. What's so close?
Oh my god, who's it gonna be?
It's within like 100 difference.
Oh! Wow, that was literally decided by 1/100. I can't believe that. Unbelievable. You really would have thought that Australia would have had that, but unfortunately, that one miss was just enough to cause it to go over to Chile, and Chile takes the match 4-1.
421 points. Wow.
I'm actually really surprised that went the way it did. I would have figured that with the extra misses from Kazu that Rango would have had enough of a score bonus to make up for the extra 100s that Jai had, but apparently not. Score V2 works in mysterious ways.
Nonetheless, that was a amazing match, honestly. Chile really coming up huge with their performance over every single map here. Really bringing their accuracy game.
Yeah, Chile proving that they definitely deserve to be moving on to the bracket stage here. Really well played by them. So, I think that decides that Australia is moving on, as they won one match prior earlier today. And Chile has the high seed for the bracket, having lost only one match, and that was against Australia.
Yeah, the group is done now, right? All the matches have been played?
Yeah, all the matches for that group are finished. Group F is complete.
Yeah, that does mean that Finland is going to be out of the tournament.
Rest in peace, Finland. Press F to pay respects to Finland.
Pretty hard to compete against both of these teams, though.
Yeah, I mean, these teams are pretty much powerhouses in comparison, so, I mean, they've put in an effort for sure. They did actually manage to take 1 point from Australia, too, so they should definitely be proud of that. Alright, guys, for the next match that we have coming up in about 19 minutes, we have South Korea versus Brazil. Another match that is sure to be great. Brazil has definitely gotten significantly better compared to last year, and South Korea has new players that are playing this year and is missing some of the players from last year, such as Runa. So we'll have to see how that changes things up. I'm personally cheering for Brazil.
I'm cheering
I
for
don't
South
know.
Korea, actually. I want to see some more upsets. That was exciting.
Brazil is the upset. That's why I'm cheering for them. I want it to happen.
Brazil's actually the top seed, aren't they?
Yeah, because they got a lot better this year.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm
fair
basing it off of last year, so.
I will cheer for an exciting match. That's all I really care about.
Yeah, that's all it needs to happen in the end. We just need a good match.
Yeah, we need some more maps decided by 421 points.
I can't believe that. That's a heartbreaker right there. 1/100 deciding it all.
So, out of the on the schedule for the Sunday matches, what do you think is going to be the most exciting match out of all the remaining ones?
Out of the remaining matches, I want to say Hong Kong versus Taiwan would have been one of those matches, but Hong Kong is like missing all their players, so it's a little different than normal. Honestly, okay, so Russia versus Great Britain, probably be a good one. And Spanish versus Indonesian, maybe? I don't know. I don't know enough about the rest of the teams, to be honest. It's just like so many of the players for each team have changed around so much.
That's true, yeah.
And then guys, we got 15 minutes to kill, so if you have any questions for the commentators, or just any questions about Taiko World Cup, feel free to post them in chat. If you say anything that is not PG-13, we'll have to scold you and tell you you are a bad person. And then probably not answer your question. What is my shoe size? My shoe size is 13 wide. I got fat feet.
Okay.
If you sub, does money go to tourney winners? I actually don't know the answer to that. What does happen to the money when you sub? Do you just get awesome emotes or what?
Yeah. There's actually a great emote synergy in this channel. I'm not sure if anyone's gotten it yet so far for the Taiko World Cup, but the different sub tiers give you a different third of Peppy. So if you do a $25 sub, you can assemble a full Peppy. It's beautiful.
Happy.
Yeah, there it is.
Can I tell? Can we tell Fion to stop playing Grand Blue Fantasy and start preparing for Sunday matches? I mean, I could do that, but then he wouldn't be playing Grand Blue Fantasy. When will be the Standardos World Cup? Azer probably knows the answer to that question.
Yeah, if I remember, it's around November, December. It's quite a while to go still.
I can't believe there's actually like a full Peppy emote.
That's fantastic.
Do you need a piece of Peppy? Everyone needs a piece of Peppy.
I remember when they first put that on the channel, so the last Ulster World Cup, I believe, different people had, like, we were trying to do it, we were trying to do the three-way emote, but have 3 different people do the emotes. It was amazingly hard. We spent about like 2 hours just trying to properly just build it in chat without someone like pasting a fucking line in between.
How long did it take until you were successful?
We weren't.
Oh.
we never got it.
Oh jeez. Question: thoughts on how group stage is progressing this year? I like how the match selector is the one asking this. I think group stage is progressing quite nicely this year. I think that 2v2 format is definitely changing things up. But other than that, it's been a lot of fun to both watch and play in so far.
Yeah, for me it's been fun to watch as the 6th player, F.
What do we think about the combo and accuracy balance on Score V2? I don't know. After watching that Australia match, I think that it should have been a little bit more on the accuracy, maybe, possibly. Hard to say. Does Azer do OWC commentaries? I believe he's done it before.
No, I haven't actually.
Oh no, I thought you had. I guess you've just only played, huh?
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing? Why aren't you commentating for the Taiko or the US World Cup?
It's a lot of work to actually play and prepare and all that. I'm not sure how people actually do that. Both commentary and playing, especially captain.
Yeah, it takes a lot of effort to do it. Especially considering after a match you usually feel pretty drained because you get to be so focused during that period of time.
Actually, going back to the fact that the Taiko World Cup is 2v2 now, and I think everybody who's at least watched the tournament once knows how dominant Japan and Taiwan are. I wonder if that's actually going to affect that result more or less. I wonder if we might see a different team competing for second place
I would really like to see another team competing for second place. I know which team I'd like to see competing for second place,
Yeah.
but we're not going to talk about that because that's really biased. Go Canada, go! Honestly, like, I was going to say I thought that Australia had a good chance at top 3 this year, but the early matches have been messing with them quite a bit.
Yeah, they're gonna have a really hard bracket coming on to groups now that they finished the second seed, so they're gonna go against someone who finished first in their group. They're definitely not out of top 3 finish or anything. It's just going to be very hard for them. There's always a chance that they're gonna run into Taiwan or Japan early on.
Yeah. And I mean, all things considered, it's not that bad. As long as they get into the bracket stage, they're fine. Because if they lose their match when they get into the first bracket stage one, they just drop down to the loser bracket. And let's be honest, most likely Taiwan and Japan are going to knock a lot of people down there. So it's a matter of when you go down there, pretty much. Can we attend Taiko World Cup in different countries? For example, from Turkey attending the US? I do not believe so. I believe you have to be in a country that you are participating for.
Yeah, it has to be country on your profile.
See if I missed any other questions in here. Who won last year? Last year was Japan.
Yeah,
And
it's
the
pretty
year
much
before
always Japan, first
And
place,
the year
Taiwan
before
second place, for quite a while.
Yeah, it's the real contention is for third place, which is
see,
usually. Go ahead.
One of the reasons I'm particularly excited to see if there's ever going to be a change to that is that it kind of already happened on standard, whereas there was a lot of Asian teams that were very dominant, like very dominant. Like Japan and Korea were like above and beyond everyone else, right? And then over time, that kind of stopped happening, and we're seeing a lot more different Western countries actually compete and win for the past 3 years. So I wonder if that would ever actually happen for Taiko. That would be really exciting.
I'd really like to see it happen. Right now, Taiko is in a really weird spot where they're just so much further ahead of everybody else that it's really hard to compete with them because their accuracy is so great. And they can do this, like, they can do insanely high accuracies on maps that people can't even pass, like from other countries right now. So it's a little bit of a gap that needs to be closed over, I assume, a couple years. But I really do hope it gets closed eventually. I'd like to see some teams be able to genuinely put in the attempt at beating Japan. Taiko is very fun and easy. Oh, my friend, you have no idea the challenges that Taiko can present you. You sweet, innocent child. Alright, so we still got 9 minutes, guys. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask them. We're just kind of lounging about right now. A lot of people wanted to know about the Standard World Cup.
Well, it is, I think, arguably the most popular mode, right? So.
Talk about Score V2 this cup. I don't know all the details. I think it's like 70% accuracy, 30% combo. Or is it 80-20? It's either 70-30 or 80-20. It's not as bad as it was last year, where it was much more heavily reliant on your accuracy. Finishers are scaled based on how many there are in a map. They give like a certain amount of points based on you hitting them. So if there's like one finisher in a map, it's worth a lot of points to hit it. You can miss on sliders or drum rolls. Has Japan already played? I believe they play their matches already, or at least one of them.
Doesn't look like they have actually.
Have they?
No, they're playing.
No, they haven't.
They're playing later. Playing against Malaysia at 11 UTC and Ukraine at 12 UTC. Two matches back to back.
It doesn't look like we have them planned for the stream though. So Japan gets to hide just how good they are for this week. What are our thoughts on Hidden Hard Rock in Scorby 2? Hidden Hard Rock in Scorby 2 is the best Hidden Hard Rock for Taiko, bar none. Scorby 1, Hidden Hard Rock? Ugh, no way. Scorby 2? Oh yes, give me some more of that, please. Hope you guys are ready. We got 5 more minutes till the next match. South Korea versus Brazil.
Should be a really good one too, actually. I think in terms of skill level, they're pretty similar to how Australia and Chile was.
Yeah, for sure. This is a match that could go either way.
Yeah, I'm actually just not gonna predict anything this match, considering how wrong we were the first one.
Where's the fun in that? You gotta make the predictions.
I'm going to predict that Japan's gonna win.
Nice prediction. I totally believe 100% in your prediction there. I'm gonna go for this match that's coming. I want to say this is gonna go tiebreaker, and we're gonna say 4-3 for Brazil. That's my prediction. I want to know what chat thinks. Who do you guys think is going to win? Do you think it's going to be South Korea or Brazil?
Obviously, South Brazil is gonna win, according to
South Brazil.
our streamer. The best country, frankly, South Brazil.
But if South Brazil wins, is it Brazil that wins?
They only get half a win. They can only play the players on the southern
But
side.
it's just the southern side of Brazil, right?
Yeah.
So technically, it's still a Brazil win. I'm seeing a good mix of people here. I'm seeing some people that want Brazil to win. I'm seeing some people that want Korea to win. I like that. Especially good when people are watching are divided on who they want to see win.
It's worth
that hype
noting
up
that it's pretty early in Korea right now, I believe. I think it's 11 in the morning. So if there's any picks that they want to do, any maps that require extreme focus, they might not perform as good as they would normally do. But to be honest, actually, same can be said for Brazil, because I believe it's also 1 a.m. there, or midnight. I think the one thing that's really unfortunate when it comes to tournaments with this game, considering how international it is time zones.
Time zones, yep.
Someone always gets screwed over.
Time zones are an expletive son of an expletive. Anyway, so we were quickly being asked about the players because they don't really know somebody didn't know too much about them. So for Brazil, we have Hirok, who is a hidden player, very good at reading and accuracy. We have
player as well.
Following Hirok, we have Serial Dreamer, who is able to play both hard rock and hidden. and is actually a player that is one of the few that's able to manage hidden hard rock on Score V1, which is, I want to say, a pretty rare talent. Not many people can do it. We have Kabludo, I hope I said that right, who is a hidden and hard rock player. We have Skull Kid, who is a double time player, really good at speed. And then we have Quirth, who is a hard rock player, very good at technical maps, different snappings, and is also good at gimmicks.
How you were going to pronounce that name?
Quirth? He's also good at gimmicks, so like Shiawase. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, there's no vowels. I don't know how you would... I would have pronounced that name. But I think you got it right.
I'm going to assume I got it right. Quirth. It's the only way I can imagine saying that.
It makes the most sense. I just said Karth or something.
Alright, and then from the South Korean side, we have Kompakyu Sariel, who is a hidden player and a double time player. Very, very good at double time. Probably one of the fastest players from South Korea. And has exceptionally good reading skills. Very likely that we'll be seeing them playing in a lot of the maps. Following Kompakyu, we have LYS, another player that is very good at hidden, can also manage double time, and a very high accuracy player. We have Azriel, who is the CTV player of the group. I don't really know what that's all about, but we have a CTV player in the Taiko World Cup. Yes. And then we have Metalstream, who is another player that is very good at hidden and hidden double time, and very good at speed. So this team is very, very good at double time and hidden. Very likely we will see them be picking a lot of maps that are revolved around that. So expect a lot of free mod, hidden, and double time.
Looks like they've got their national warm-up ready already. That's one thing I really love about the World Cups, is that a lot of teams just have their own, they bring their own special warm-ups, you know?
I like how somebody asked, like, what about Nightcore? What about Nightcore? Ew, get out of here with that stuff. We don't do Nightcore in the Taiko World Cup. So I think that what we'll end up seeing is we'll see a lot of hard rock pick from Brazil and a lot of hidden from South Korea. It'll be interesting to see what happens, though. My predictions haven't been the best so far. Just waiting for all the players to get into the room and everyone to sort out their colors. The hardest part of actually starting a match.
Yeah, it's also Brazil's first match today. South Korea's already played before, winning 4-1 against Netherlands.
Meaning South Korea's had a bit of a chance to get over the initial tournament jitters. Hoping that Brazil feels confident in their play today. I'd like to see them do their best. Alright, so it looks like we have Metalstream coming in for South Korea. I actually really don't know who they're going to want to play. I know that Brazil is going to want to play Hirak a lot. The only two players I imagine will like consistently be in are Kompakyu and Hirak. So Hazer, you were saying you like when like teams have these like national picks or whatever?
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. It brings a lot of like national pride.
Does that mean that Canada's pride is memes? Because Canada has a habit of picking memes as their warm-up.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Is it the same in the US World Cup?
Yep. But not just for Canada. Like, a lot of countries will pick memes, but in their language, you know. I think Poland in particular just always has that warm up prepared. Just Polish meme, always.
Last year we had "We Are Number One" as our warm up map specifically for the Taiko World Cup.
So looking over at the previous matches South Korea's played, we've already mentioned that Hirok and Kompaku are probably going to play as well, but it actually looks like in the previous match, Metal Stream's played all of the maps.
Sounds like Metal is really prepared for this group stage then.
They actually got an SS on Shiawase. Pretty impressive.
It's OD5, but it's just like, it's still really impressive just because it's a gimmick map.
Yeah. It's not impressive because of the accuracy. It's more impressive that he didn't misread any of the patterns.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, Hirok running hidden on his own map here. Let's see what this is. Been listening to this for like 5 minutes.
It's like we got a lot of 1/4 and 1/6. Some 1/3s in there.
Looks like a 2018 map.
Oh no, it needs a lot more doublets for to be 2018 map.
Oh,
this is
probably there.
2017.
They're probably there.
It needs like the 1/8 and 1/12 doublets. I'm actually curious if this was mapped just for this. So far, nobody really struggling too much. Some misses from Metal Street. Yeah, Brazil is really prepared with 1/4, 1/6 patterns. I have a feeling we have caramel custard in the works later on from Brazil.
Still a fairly common pick, so wouldn't be too much of a surprise, but definitely seems like it will be a good one for them.
Oh, that section on Hidden is actually really tricky. Hirok's still nailing it. That slider overlap with some of the notes on Hidden, that can really mess you up. Actually, the only player to not have dropped yet.
É justo no concurso público ou no vestibular, o filho do cearense tira 8 e não entra, o filho do negro tira 6 e entra. Vai ter problema, é a cota do ódio. O governo é especialista em dividir. Ele joga branco contra negro, homossexual contra heterossexual, nortista contra sulista, rico contra pobre. E agora, com a lei das palmadas, os filhos contra os pais. Contra qualquer tipo de cota, qualquer um. Não tá de brincadeira, pô. Acabou, porra. É minha ideia.
That's gonna be a little nerve-wracking for South Korea, just having Hirok be that good at Hidden. I mean, I know that was his own map, but even so, just getting that 12-100 on a pretty difficult map.
It's definitely a good first impression. Might draw a hidden ban.
Sending some warning signs over to South Korea there, just like back off the Hidden or you're gonna lose a point. Plain and simple. All right, looks like we are going to be having both players from South Korea swap for the next map. I haven't played this version of Future Cider before, but knowing this song, that's gonna be pretty intense.
Yeah. Probably gonna see a lot of 1/6.
It's almost to be expected. This is probably
for the second warm up here. Probably gonna stay there until the end of the match.
Say that again, sorry?
Haku coming in for the warm up.
I imagine this is probably going to also be very modern style mapping, so we'll probably see some 1/8s in there too. Some slider velocity stuff. Just listening to that section, you just know it's going to be dirty.
Someone in chat pointing out that this sounds a lot like Future Candy. This artist actually just has something like 8 songs that sound very exactly like this.
Yeah.
The exact same drop like structure, the same chorus structure, the same everything. The same like random trap parts. That's good though.
Still good music, yeah.
Just gets a little repetitive.
At the time, this kind of stuff was really nice for mapping, and now it's just you see it everywhere.
Yeah.
What kind of songs do we not see mapped near enough? You know, so that really should be mapped more.
For taiko in particular, in my opinion, progressive metal. There's not much of it, and I think it's perfect for the game mode. I think Mango made a Dream Theater song a year ago or so, and I really liked it, but I don't think it's gotten a lot of attention.
I think the hardest part about mapping that kind of stuff is that, considering a lot of it's live done, the timing for it is really tricky to get.
Oh, that's part of the fun part too.
Fun, right?
That's a good challenge.
For throwing on hard rock for this map. I don't think this was the best of choices.
Yeah.
Probably does not look that bad for him actually on the sorry. That section. There's just so many 1/8s.
I think he has a solid like 3 frames to see the notes before he taps them. You know the
That ninja note.
It's not playing.
Yeah, this is a very difficult map.
Yeah, I think he mentioned it was 8.40 something stars.
What is that section? And then we have this. What?
Wait, were those doubles?
This looks really fun. I want to try this at some point. I know what I'm doing later.
Of course, probably a little bit happy he was able to play one of the section of the map because it was slower. And now he's gone.
Only player right now
Just gave up.
passing is Kinpakasario. Kurt's just like, I'm done. I'm so done. Kurt in chat, I didn't know it was this fast. is why you don't put Hard Rock on maps you don't know.
Yeah, especially if, you know, they're 8-star warm-ups. Might not be the best of ideas.
Probably saw the BPM, was like, oh, it's only like 180 BPM. Yeah, I can do this. No problem. Nope.
Mistakes were made.
Every player's done that at least once in a multiplayer room where they put a mod on something and they're just like, wait, this was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree with Dark. This still looks terrible, no mod. Like, this looks really hard.
It's pretty impressive that he's able to keep an air rank on this.
What's really impressive is that Pakasariel is like actually comboing some of these sections.
What a monster! I wonder if we're gonna see maps scale up to this level of difficulty for finals this year.
Oh, for sure. This is around the same difficulty as the finals last year. Other than some of the really fast sections. I'm kind of hoping we do see some speed picks like this, though. Every single other player except for Kampakusario has an empty health bar. At least Kurt doesn't have to feel left out. Kurt fitting right in with all the empty health bars. It's like, see guys, I did good. I did good. It's just too hard of a map.
Just as good as these two other guys. Technically, they have the exact same score. 0.
You don't get score if you don't pass. Alright, so we'll have to see who's going to get the first pick here as we get the rolls in just a moment.
I think Korea's gonna go for that entrance ban.
That roll, just troll. Pakasariel rolls 9,999 points.
How lucky? What are the odds?
It's impossible. How did he do it? And then roll a 9.
Oh, what are the odds of that? Actually.
It would have been even better if it was a 99. What are the chances of that many 9s in a row, man?
About 9.
9% or 99%? Or
Just 9.
Just 9. Alright, so first pick will be from Brazil, but we're gonna hit bans first here. First ban being South Korea's. I think there's a good chance we'll see a Hard Rock ban. Have to see it in a moment.
I feel like there's a chance we might see Korea banning Going Under. I think based on their previous match, they haven't really performed as good as their other maps. So it might be a little bit of a scary map for them.
Well, it looks like they went for the same ban they did earlier in the day. They're going day after again.
Yeah, pretty standard. We've been seeing a lot of a lot of teams ban that. Pretty long, and
it's longer than the tiebreaker is.
Yeah.
And it's double time. Pretty rough map.
I'm glad to see that ban. That means we'll likely have a more exciting match. It's gonna be hard to top the last one though. That was really good.
Brazil was a little bit worried about the gimmicks, decided to get rid of Shiawase. And then they're going for Cinderella, so yeah, they're gonna play right into the Hard Rock pool. Doesn't
Nice.
take advantage of the fact that South Korea doesn't really have a whole lot of Hard Rock players, having lost Bruna from last year. This is something I could never do. Some players change their screen resolution based on like a mod they're playing. Like if they're playing Hard Rock, they'll adjust it to be like 16:9 or 4:3, depending on what they're more comfortable reading it with. I just don't know how people can like constantly switch their resolutions and play fine. It messed me up so hard.
People just really like specific aspect ratios. I think it does change a lot of the way you perceive the map.
Well, especially in Taiko, because resolution literally changes how like fast things scroll.
Yeah.
So it appears that Metal has not played in a multiplayer lobby in a very long time. What is this? What is this game thing you're telling me about? How do I change the color?
You ever played Taiko on 24:9?
I've messed with it once, and it's pretty much the only way that you could ever play it in Hard Rock. It's 4v1. I can't say I really liked it too much. I'm a 16:9 player. I've been since they actually added it to the game, because it used to be there was only 4-3. But anyway, we are getting into the first map, Cinderella Syndrome. So this map is OD7. It is the longest map in the pool. I think this is definitely a good pick for Brazil. Having strong Hard Rock players really drag out how long the other players have to be playing Hard Rock for. Maximize the chance that South Korea will miss or drop accuracy.
Yeah, Kapaku actually being the first to drop accuracy here. Here, pulling up a little bit, so it's still tied.
See, the interesting thing about this map is that it's not actually that difficult of a map. It's pretty low BPM, it's only 200 BPM. And doesn't really have any really difficult sections. There's like no really hard 1-6 or anything like that. They're all pretty standard patterns.
Yeah, it's just about how long you can keep your focus.
Yeah, and you have to maintain that for 3 minutes and 52 seconds on this song too.
I think the teams are tied right now.
They are neck and neck. Just watching that little white bar bounce back and forth.
Yep. I believe Brazil is 100 ahead. It's crazy how close these picks can be sometimes.
Yeah,
A miss by anyone would be so devastating here.
I think this is going to be a really close match. I think these two teams are very, very even.
It looks like Korea has a bit of a lead. I think the biggest lead we've seen so far, which is about 2,000 points. And now it's back to even. This is really neck and neck.
Metal Stream is the one really holding it together for South Korea right now with that insane 99.95% accuracy. Oh, but we have a miss from Kurth. And that's going to put the lead in South Korea's favor. And there's not really a whole lot. Oh no, and another miss from Kurth. Oh no,
Oof.
Brazil.
Well, that's gonna hurt.
We've still got another third of the map to go though, so there's still a chance for South Korea to miss as well. And the accuracy didn't drop too much. so tense. It literally just comes down to will Brazil maintain their combos now and pray that South Korea miss. That's all that they can really do.
Yeah, there's not much map left. It's pretty much just down to this section here. They've only got about like 20 seconds to hope Korea misses. They've been doing a good job at keeping their combos. And their accuracy is really high too. Everyone
And
across
there's
the
a third
board.
miss from Kurth, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Looks like this first point will be going to South Korea. Nobody tripping up on any of the 1/3 sections.
Does Metal Stripe only have like 200s, I think? 100? 100.
100. I think even if they hadn't have missed, there was just too many hundreds from Kurth to have it matter. So it looks like Brazil actually does not have the upper hand in Hard Rock. South Korea taking that first point. I don't think they were expecting that. It's always pretty nerve-wracking when you lose your first point, especially when it's your pick. Because it means you have to win a map that they select.
It can work in your favor sometimes. Like if you're a Korea right now, it's very easy to get overconfident considering you win the other team's pick. And you might just trip up.
That's true. I do think that, considering that it's first to 4, it's a little harder for that to happen because most teams will play like their 3 strongest picks right from the start. And alrighty, we have South Korea's pick. It's going to be Encounter, one of the free mod picks. I'm wondering just how many people are going to do Hidden Hard Rock here. I'd like to say that both Kurth and Hirak are both going to play Hidden Hard Rock on this. I think this is honestly one of the best picks in the pool for like stronger teams, just because it's a good Hard Rock map by default. Just because it's 8.4 OD with Hard Rock, and Hidden doesn't add a whole bunch of extra challenge to it. But it looks like South Korea is going to have mod advantage here. Both of their players going for Hidden Hard Rock. Only Hirak going for
playing
Hidden
a little
Hard
bit
Rock.
safe. Not going for the HDHR here. It's always risky going for a mod disadvantage like Brazil is doing, because you could be playing the very best you could, playing absolutely perfectly, but sometimes you just won't win, you know?
Yeah,
Because
you
of
just don't
that
have...
little score advantage that the extra hidden can provide. Like we're already seeing that already, just 20k points in favor of Korea. Only a quarter of the map already, so.
I wouldn't even say that the advantage is that small. I'd say that the advantage is actually pretty significant because it's an additional 60,000 points, and one miss is only like 20,000 points. So you can miss like 3 times and still get like a near equal score to somebody that was playing with one loss mod. You can already see there's like a 40,000 point difference just from the mod difference, really. Because Hirak and Kurth are both keeping up in accuracy. They're not really even that far behind in ac. It's just literally the mod advantage right now. not really a whole lot of the map left either. I mean, that lead continues to build. And South Korea definitely making the right choice. Kurth missing right at the end. And South Korea getting that second point. It's looking like Brazil is in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, all of that point lead basically just comes from having the extra mod. I mean, Kurth did miss at the end, but it's not really going to mean much. It's only like a -10 combo. That miss isn't going to hurt him that much. But like in terms of accuracies, everyone was kind of just tied there. But just that extra mod gives that much of a point lead.
Yeah, it was the extra mod and 3 extra 100s. That was it. That was literally the score difference right there.
Ooh, Brazil going under. I actually really like this just based on the fact that, again, against Netherlands, South Korea didn't really do that well on this pick.
Metal Stream just like, dang it, I need to change my screen resolution again. Please let me. I imagine that he would probably play like a 4:3 resolution on something like this, just so there's less notes on the screen.
Wouldn't that make them more dense though?
It doesn't show as many notes on the screen for 4:3 compared to 16:9. You could actually see more notes on 16:9.
That's true.
It's kind of how it looks like super crazy on the stream because it's like 24:9 or something resolution on the stream. And you just see like 40 notes all in the lane.
So would you say on the shade this map looks a hell of a lot harder than it actually is?
Yes, I would say that for Hard Rock maps as well. For Hard Rock, because it changes it to look like it is for 4:3. So like there's the same amount of notes for 4:3 as there is for like 16:9. So the scroll speed's a lot faster on Hard Rock, the wider the resolution is.
Special stream. Discovering Control O. That's always funny.
Remember when I first learned about Control O? I was so happy. That wasn't even a thing for a while, was it?
Yeah, it's pretty recent, I think. It's only about 2 years old, I think, as a feature. For the longest time before that, you actually just had to leave the game to access your options. It's pretty funny, considering all the just seeing all these old players so used to having to leave the game, not knowing that that's the thing.
It was even worse for if you had like a specific skin that you had to use for certain maps. Because like in Taiko, for example, there's people that use finisherless skins for maps that are just too hard to play with finishers. An example is like Looming Shadows. People would do a finisherless skin for that just to be able to get a decent score and not miss so they could read the map.
Yeah.
All right, first note, most important note. Can't get that 100.
It's a finisher too.
Yeah, that's what makes it super nervous because it's like harder to get the accuracy. Metal Stream getting that 100. Same with LYS. You can see that initial hit really makes a difference on how well you start this map off.
Ooh, LYS with a miss there on the relatively easy part. Not sure what happened there. I think he just lost focus.
Slow sections, man. They can really trip you up sometimes. Serial Dreamer with really impressive accuracy, keeping ahead of Metal Stream. Hirok actually tied with Metal Stream here. Only LYS really falling behind. Let's see if anybody messes up on the notes right after the slider. Everyone managed to hold on fine. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot left of the map after that. That one slider is really the last point that most players would really miss, just because the slider overlaps the lane.
Yeah, this is going to be really good for Brazil, being able to take a point off and not have to play for match point right away so early in the match. Looks like it's going to be their point here unless one of their players misses, but yeah, there's not much map left.
And Brazil is on the board. South Korea is still in the lead with 2-1, and it is their pick next. So we'll have to see if Brazil can take that point back. This looks awfully like last game, doesn't it?
Yep. Their accuracies on this are quite impressive.
3 100s and 2 100s respectively.
Yeah.
Hilariously enough, Metal Stream actually getting the highest accuracy.
And the
sorry,
100
no,
was on the first note.
Yeah, they
He
tied.
got 100 on the first note and SS'd everything else.
No, he had 100 on the first note, and then he got 100 somewhere else because the 100 was a finisher.
Oh.
South Korea going to put on their thinking caps, figure out what they want to pick next. Looks like they got it all planned out. They even know who they want to swap in.
Oh, we seeing some hard rock. Helix coming in.
Now, this is... I'm seriously really confused by this, because I really thought that Brazil would have been better at Hard Rock. But South Korea is just like, we're going to do Hard Rock. The heck with what you thought, Carter Freak. We're just going to all go Hard Rock and win on these picks. To which I say, South Korea, continue to prove me wrong, please. Show me how awesome you are at Hard Rock.
They did win Cinderella Syndrome earlier, so it makes sense. Maybe they feel confident on the hard rock picks.
So this map has a pretty tricky section where even if you know it's coming, you might end up actually missing if you're not fully prepared. There's a ninja spinner that only lasts for a very short period of time right after a note. And if you don't spin it, like if you don't do the 2 spins before the thing runs out, you end up getting a miss. So that combo break could end up making or breaking it for both of these teams. There's also a lot of the 1-8 doublets, so we'll have to see if players can accurately hit those. And with the map being OD 8.4, accuracy is definitely of import here.
Maybe we'll see a Bludo out of Brazil. No, looks like Kurt's coming back.
Seeing a lot of Kurt and Hirok. All right, here we go. Brazil playing to not go to match point. Really looking to tie this match up. Have to beat South Korea on their pick to do so. Accuracies from both teams actually quite close. Oh no, Kurt getting a miss on the 1-8 doublets. That's not good. Accuracy tanked quite hard too. Actually fell down just for a moment there in the 96%.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, especially
Korea has a big lead now.
yeah, South Korea, both Pakisario and Metal Stream in the 99.5% plus range.
Yeah, even with a miss from either of them, they're still very far ahead in accuracies now overall, so it's got to be a little bit of a scary situation for Brazil right now.
Hirok still giving it their all though. Oh no, and I spoke too soon as they did. No. Hirok, I'm so Metal Stream missing too though.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to matter much.
Every player
There's not
getting
much map
considered,
left. Yeah.
Yeah, color me impressed. South Korea is performing exceptionally good on Hard Rock. I would have thought that with Runagon they wouldn't have done as well on Hard Rock, but they're definitely showing up and making a statement here as they've won on both Hard Rock picks so far, bringing the points to 3-1. Look at the accuracies across the board here. Metal Stream and Kompaku, 8 100s from Kompaku Sariel and 4 100s, 2 misses from Metal Stream.
Wow.
That is insane. Unfortunately, Brazil not even able to really hold a candle up to that. Hirok trying his best and only managing 9 100s, 2 misses.
Luckily for Brazil, though, there are no Hard Rock maps left. Both of them have been played, so all of them are off the board.
All that's left now is, if they wanted to pick Hard Rock against them, is the last free mod, which is Hanario Biori.
I think everybody just secretly wants to see Entrance being played. Little fun fact, Entrance is the only map in this pool so far that hasn't been played. It's been banned several times, but we've not yet seen the map on streams.
People just don't like those low BPM maps. Not on Hidden. Not even just low BPM. Low BPM 1-3.
It's weird because a lot of the low BPM picks on the pool have been picked, just not that one.
It's when it gets into low BPM on Hidden that it becomes a problem. People do not like reading low BPM Hidden.
Well, for Penguin,
now this is an interesting choice. So this is probably one of the easiest maps in the pool. I really do think that this is Brazil kind of conceding that their accuracy is not as good as South Korea's, and deciding to go for the low OD and just long pick.
they are bringing in Serial though. This played going under extremely well early, only getting 200s, getting the highest score of the game actually. So I think on an easier map like this, they might be able to match Korea's accuracy, if not beat it even. I think that's what they're hoping for. I think that's what people should be hoping for, because they can't lose another map.
Come on, Brazil, you got this. But yeah, with OD 5.7, this is not a really high requirement on accuracy. It is very long, at 3 minutes and 31 seconds. But isn't really that hard to get good accuracy on just because of the OD. So this might just be Brazil thinking that they can win on consistency over accuracy and hoping for a South Korea miss. So far, South Korea has been quite dominant in this match. It's been really, I'm genuinely surprised that they are as good at Hard Rock as they are this year.
I think this map's going to be extremely close.
For Brazil's sake, I hope it is. I still think it's possible that they can win this.
Oh yeah. It's definitely going to come down it's going to come down to 100 or 2 again.
All right, potential match determining point here. See if South Korea can pull it off or Brazil can stay in the game. We do have an early 100 from LYS.
Ooh, that's so bad actually. That is, considering this is a little bit of an easier map, accuracy really matters on this one. So starting off with hundreds on the slow part like that, not the best way to go in the map. Hopefully they can come back from it.
I doubt we'll see many more hundreds from any of the players, really. So this score is going to stay quite close for the majority of this. But we do have some 100s from Hirok as well.
Yeah, the match is now tied. Oh, not
Actually,
anymore.
it's in South Korea's favor. They have higher accuracy on LYS compared to Hirok. It's really going to come down to Hirok and LYS and whether or not Kompaku and Serial can maintain their SSs. All right, and now it's back in Brazil's favor. Based on accuracy, anyway. Oh, I know. I read that wrong. Never mind. It's still in South Korea's favor. Not bad. Half of the map is already over. There's just not a whole lot of room for error here.
The point difference is still just a single 100 though. Any of the Korean players get 100, match goes back to being tied. So it's still very close, but yeah, lead is in South Korea's favor, but it can change on any note.
I don't see any misses happening, but it really might just come down to that 1/100.
There it is! Kompaku gets 100. Lead actually goes back in favor of Brazil, but no! A few hundreds for Brazil's side too. Korea gets the lead again. Oh boy, this is gonna be really close. I think Korea has the lead right now.
I think they've only got it by 1/100 with LYS leading on accuracy right now. Everybody else is tied. They all have the exact same amount of hundreds. And
Wow.
just like that, it was decided by 1/100. The single 100 decided Brazil's fate.
Only 700s across all players. That is going to be a 4-1 in favor of South Korea winning last map by
By
a
1/100.
single 100.
And that is that. Oh jeez, I can't believe that. Alright, so let's see here. The next matches that will be coming up are actually quite a way away from now. They will be starting at 11 UTC. So from here, I think that's what? Let me do math here. Like 10 hours from now or something like that. I can't do math, man. My brain is shut off.
Hours?
8 hours. Alright, so in 8 hours from now, we will be having the next match, which is Malaysia and Japan and Hong Kong and Taiwan. We'll be seeing Hong Kong and Taiwan being live. So we hope to see you guys there. It's been a great start to the Taiko World Cup.
Yeah, definitely a great first day. Got some very close matches. 2 upsets today, actually, in this block. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, with Australia and Brazil both losing, that was quite an upset. I'll honestly say.
Yeah, I mean it's not really fair to call them upsets, but seeding wise, you know, both all four of those teams were actually really close. But yeah, in terms of seeding, they were upsets. So yeah, congratulations to Korea for winning that one.
But yeah, I think we will be seeing you guys in 8 hours.